So you're considering going after a networking certification, but you're torn between the Cisco Certified Network Associate, CCNA, and the CompTIA Network Plus. In this video, I'm going to break down the pros and cons of each certification, and we're going to compare and contrast them in multiple categories. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you actual advice for your career to help you make an informed career decision. In this video, we're going to cover difficulty, exam format, content coverage, career opportunities, price, prerequisites, hands-on versus theory, recertification, expiration, which you should get first, and final verdict and career advice. Now, I'm not some influencer who is just going to talk the talk. I have actually walked the walk. I have completed and passed both these certifications, so I actually have firsthand experience with both certifications. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you are a new viewer, hello, my name is Kyser Clark. I have almost 7 years of experience in cybersecurity, and I currently work as a full-time penetration tester, also known as an ethical hacker, and I'm here to help you grow your hacking and cybersecurity knowledge. First up, we have difficulty. In order to pass the CompTIA Network Plus, you must have a score of 720 out of 900. However, every CompTIA exam gives you 100 free points, so really it's 620 out of 800, which equates to a 77.5% to pass the CompTIA Network Plus. Compare that to the CCNA. The CCNA requires a 825 score out of 1000. You do the math on that, you need an 82.5% to pass the exam. So the CCNA has a little bit more difficulty in terms of the percentage of questions you need to answer correctly. Also, the questions themselves are much more difficult, requires much more attention to detail compared to the Network Plus. So overall, CCNA, in my opinion, is significantly more difficult, and I actually failed the CCNA on my first try. I'm not ashamed to admit that. You can see the wall behind me. I have 16 certifications currently at the time of this recording, and out of those 16 certifications, I've only failed 3 of them, CCNA being one of them. For exam format, on Network Plus, we have a maximum of 90 questions, which means you will not get more than 90 questions. You may get less than 90 questions though, so maybe 80 something. If you ask me how many questions I got on my exam, I can honestly tell you I have no idea. I took the exam about 3.5 years ago, so it's been a while since I did the exam. However, typically when I do CompTIA exams, they're in the 80s, and it is a combination of multiple choice and performance-based questions. And the more performance-based questions you get, the less multiple choice questions you get, because they give you more time to do those performance-based questions. Those performance-based questions are time consuming. They take a lot more time than a multiple choice question. And in my experience, I have 7, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 7 CompTIA certifications. And for performance-based questions, you're going to get anywhere between 3 to 5, maybe 6 performance-based questions. That's typically what they are. For the CCNA, it is a 120-minute exam, so it is a half hour longer, or up to a half hour longer. You can actually get out of the exam probably a lot earlier than that if you know what you're doing. And then it also has performance-based questions. So if you scroll down, it says practical skills in the exam. Cisco's performance-based testing gives you an experience that best replicates a true lab environment. As a result, the number of questions on your exam may vary. Despite passing the CCNA before the Network Plus, I actually vividly remember exactly how many questions I got on my CCNA, because the exam experience was that memorable, because it was super challenging. And for attempt number 1 and attempt number 2, I got the same amount of questions, and that was 102 questions, 102. However, keep in mind that I took the last version of the CCNA. They updated the exam a handful of months ago, and the new exam has performance-based questions. The old exam, the exam that I did, does not have performance-based questions. And because of that, I would suspect you're going to get a little less questions, because you got to do more hands-on activities. And as I said in the CompTIA Network Plus section, hands-on activities take a little bit more time, and I would suspect that you're going to get less than 100 questions. However, that's not a guarantee. That's a guess. That's just a hunch, and I have no idea how many performance-based questions you're going to get compared to multiple choice questions. And yeah, you're going to be in for a nice surprise once you get into the exam environment. So good luck and have fun. Now let's get into the content coverage. Here we have the CompTIA Network Plus exam objectives, also known as domains. There are 5 domains, and those 5 domains are networking concepts, network implementation, network operations, network security, and network troubleshooting. And you can get these exam objectives for free on CompTIA's website. All you have to do is give them an email and answer a couple other questions, and they'll let you get in there. But as you can see, everything that's on the exam is here. Like, this is very detailed. If there's a bullet point on a topic, there is a chance that you'll get a question on that topic. And CompTIA does a really good job at telling you what is on the exam and what is not on the exam, which is something that I applaud with CompTIA. For the CCNA, as you can see, there is 6 domains for the CCNA, and they're very similar except for this last one. So let's start from the top. Network fundamentals, network access, IP connectivity, IP services, security fundamentals, and automation and programmability. So the Network Plus doesn't touch on any of this networking, automation, and programmability stuff at all. And it's safe to assume that everything in the Network Plus is in the CCNA, despite the CCNA having less bullet points. So if you open these up, you'll see the subtopics, and you can see there's just not as many bullet points. Like, this is not as detailed as the CompTIA Network Plus. You know, at first it might seem that the Network Plus covers more, and that's not true. The CCNA definitely covers way more. So everything on the Network Plus is pretty much in the CCNA, and it takes some topics and goes deeper on them. And then the CCNA also goes into Cisco proprietary stuff. The CompTIA Network Plus doesn't touch Cisco proprietary stuff because it's vendor neutral. And furthermore, like I said, the CCNA covers automation and programmability, and I think they're starting to get into AI and machine learning as well. So they're actually expanding, right here, explain AI, generative and predictive machine learning. So that actually is new. I didn't go through that when I did my exam because large language models didn't exist when I did the CCNA. The CCNA is definitely more, that goes deeper all around. For context, I actually, like I said, I passed the CCNA first, and then I went back and got the Network Plus. I did not spend any time studying Network Plus. If you're getting value out of this video so far, do me a favor and like the video and subscribe for more hacking and cybersecurity content. Next up, let's talk about career opportunities. So for the Network Plus, it's going to help you land entry-level roles for help desk and system administrator, and maybe even network engineer roles. However, the CCNA is going to beat out the Network Plus every single time between 2 candidates that has each certification, if all else is equal. And that's because, like I said earlier, CCNA is harder, more in depth, and it's considered the gold standard in networking certifications. So I would say candidates with the CCNA has an advantage compared to candidates that have only the Network Plus. However, with that being said, not all roles require the deep level of knowledge that the CCNA gives you. Take me as a prime example. As a penetration tester, I don't need the deep routing protocol knowledge that the CCNA gave me. I don't need the deep switching knowledge that the CCNA gave me. All of the Cisco proprietary information that I put in my brain, I do not use that day to day. Matter of fact, I haven't been on a Cisco device command line since I got the CCNA. And because of that, the CCNA was a little bit of a waste of my time because I spent so much time learning stuff that I'm not using day to day. I went for the CCNA because it was a gold standard. However, the Network Plus would have been sufficient. And I would recommend the Network Plus if you're going for those roles that doesn't require that deep networking understanding. So if you're going for a security engineer, I highly recommend the CCNA. If you're going for a network engineer, highly recommend CCNA. Most other roles, the Network Plus is enough. For a price, the CompTIA Network Plus costs $369. Nice. And the CCNA is $300. Even nicer. For prerequisites, neither exam requires formal prerequisites, which means you can do either one of these exams without having any kind of qualifications under your belt. However, for the CompTIA Network Plus, I recommend basic IT fundamentals. And for the CCNA, I would recommend basic IT fundamentals as well as basic networking fundamentals. So the Network Plus, I think, is a great entry to networking. However, the CCNA is a great networking certification to get for a first one, and it is possible to get it as a first networking certification. I did it myself. However, I had basic networking experience under my belt already before going into CCNA, and that's what I'd recommend. Now, I've already touched on multiple choice questions and performance-based questions. However, I want to dive a little bit deeper on this subject. So hands-on versus theory. Now, the CCNA, the one that I did, like I said earlier, had 0 performance-based questions. It was all multiple choice. However, I believe that it is near impossible and very unlikely to pass the CCNA without actually doing the hands-on labs in either physical gear or in Cisco Packet Tracer. I did both. I actually had a router that I could practice on at work, and I had Cisco Packet Tracer that I could configure things with. And if I didn't do all of the configurations on my keyboard, if I didn't bang out those commands, I'm not passing the CCNA, dude. And that's just a matter of fact. And the reason why I say that is because even though they're multiple choice questions, they would give you like an output and be like, hey, what command made this output? And it would give you 4 options, and each option is nearly identical. There would be like one character difference between each command. And you're like, well, that's a good question. And you wouldn't know it unless you actually typed it in. Okay, so that's why the CCNA, despite it having, you know, a lot of multiple choice questions, it is extremely hands-on. It's even more hands-on now that there's performance-based questions. But even the old CCNA, like even though it was multiple choice only, I would definitely argue that it was hands-on, because like I said, there's no way you're going to get those multiple choice questions correct unless you actually banged it on the keyboard many times. Now, if you compare that to the CompTIA Network Plus, I can't say the same thing, because the CompTIA Network Plus is definitely more theory-based, and I do believe someone who doesn't bash out the commands on their keyboard can pass the CompTIA Network Plus. Now, you will struggle in the performance-based questions, but you can actually get every multiple choice question just by reading a book and practicing subnetting in your head, and you actually don't need to do as much hands-on activity. Now, I don't recommend that. You definitely should do the hands-on activities, but I do believe someone can pass the Network Plus without doing the hands-on exercises. You're going to struggle in the performance-based questions, but you can make that up in the multiple choice questions. For expiration and recertification, both certifications expire after 3 years from the day you take the exam. To renew your CompTIA Network Plus, you can do it multiple ways. The first and easiest way is to get a higher level CompTIA certification. That's typically what I recommend, and that's actually the reason why I have so many CompTIA certifications. However, that's not your only option. You can actually go out and get other certifications that apply credits to your CompTIA certifications, and they also accept credits for doing different kinds of learnings and trainings, and you have to check out CompTIA's website. But moral of the story is CompTIA is pretty forgiving when it comes to accepting credits from sources that's not CompTIA. Compare that to Cisco. Cisco does not accept credits that are not from them, so they're not going to apply credits to your CCNA if you go out and get a CompTIA certification or a offensivesecurity certification or a ISC2 certification. They only accept credits from themselves, from Cisco, and you can do that multiple ways. You can get a higher level Cisco certification, equivalent Cisco certification, or you can do some Cisco training. For my CCNA, I renewed it by going after the Cisco CyberOps Associate, and I have a full video on the Cisco CyberOps Associate if you're interested in watching that. So my final verdict between the Network Plus and the CCNA is this. If you are going after a security engineer or network engineer roles, or maybe even another role that requires deep networking knowledge, then you definitely want to get the CCNA. It opens up a lot of doors for you. It is the gold standard in networking certifications, and it's highly in demand. However, a lot of roles don't require CCNA knowledge. For example, as a pen tester, I'm not using my CCNA knowledge every single day, and I would recommend almost every pen tester just get the Network Plus and call it good. Cybersecurity analysts, same thing, and many other tech roles also apply. Every role in tech, every role in IT, every role in cybersecurity, you need to have that Network Plus knowledge. You don't necessarily need the Network Plus certification, you need the knowledge. And I think the certification is great for obtaining the knowledge, obviously, but you definitely don't need it. And a lot of people have skipped it. With that being said, if you are on your way to the CCNA, the Network Plus makes sense as a baby step. If you want to get the Network Plus before CCNA, it's definitely going to help you out. It's going to be a longer road. It's going to be more expensive, but you're less likely to fail your first CCNA attempt. If you go straight to CCNA, you're very likely to fail, and you're going to struggle, and it's going to take a long time, and you're going to have a setback. However, if you don't mind a failure or a setback, and you don't mind a significant challenge, you go straight to the CCNA. But if you need that baby step, you need that confidence, get the Network Plus first. Obviously, everything I said in this video is my opinion, and if you disagree with me, you are welcome to disagree down in the comments below. So let me know what you think about CompTIA Network Plus versus the CCNA. And if you enjoyed this video and you are Team Cisco, you have to check out this video right here where I talk about the Cisco CyberOps Associate. However, if you're Team CompTIA, you have to check out this video where I talk about how to pass the CompTIA Security Plus. Click watch now and I'll see you there.